Hey everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon Go PvP video. You can call me Jake. And in this video, we are going to be doing some matches against the Wonder Boy or the Wonder Kid, however you want to call him. And his name is the Arrow, and he was the winner of the Mirror Cup of the West. He went 8-0 in the Mirror Cup of the West. He was a top 100 ranked trainer, and he is no slouch, guys. He is an insane player, and in today's video we are going to be doing a test battle against him. We're going to be doing a series of a first to 3 wins, so whoever wins 3 games first wins the set, and he is going to be running a team without any ghost types. You guys have definitely, if you haven't already, he made his video about this a few days ago. These battles are actually pretty old, but yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel, to his Twitter, and to his video right down below in the description if you guys would like to go check that out. And yeah, show him a lot of respect and love on his videos, guys. He is an up-and-coming content creator, exactly like how I was just a few months ago. And yeah, he definitely is a very strong trainer. You will most likely be able to learn a ton from. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for him as a player and as a person. And without further ado, let's jump right into this best of 5 set against the Arrow, running a 0 ghost team. So you guys can see my lineup here on the right. I'm going to be running Bronzong, Bastiodon, Alola Marowak, Medicham, Poliwrath, and Clops. And we're going to be opening with the mirror match. But the thing I first noticed right here is that he's running a Bronzong with the quick move. It's a dark quick move. But yeah, we're gonna be going immediately for the bulldoze there, not going for the shield bait, and he is smart and plays it correctly and shields it. And we predict this to be a shock, which we do predict, but because he is running the better variant of Bronzong in this mirror match, he does win the mirror match outright pretty hard. But we are up a shield, and because of that, we're going to come in with our Medicham. And at the time, it's running counter, I believe. I'm not sure why we came in with Medicham, though. We should have came in with Flops. But this was pre-Power Up Punch nerf, so that is why the Power Up Punches are going to be doing much more damage. And yeah, we're just going to feint him down. We have a bunch of energy stored up for the next Pokemon. And he brings in Lugia. And this is where I was basically killed by Lugia in this set, guys. Lugia was a force to be reckoned with in this set, which is why I traded one myself. I really thought the way he used Lugia was really good, and I figured that if he can use it well like that, I can also use it well like that. So these are the battles that inspired me to get myself a Lugia under 1500. So a few days ago, last weekend actually, I got myself a Lugia for Great League, and I'm testing it out for this cup, and I really am liking it a lot. So I'm liking it more than any of the confusion users, because it has that shield bait potential with Hydro Pump and Sky Attack, and those 2 moves are just really great for energy. But anyways, jumping into this, we have our Dusclops here with a bunch of energy, and this is going to be a really close fight, guys. You guys can see there, he decides to not use his final shield, and oh, we overtap, guys. We overtap right there, and we bring in our Medicham. We don't have shields. We have to bait here, and unfortunately he does have the energy. He actually ends up having 2 Sky Attacks loaded back to back, and we are not able to get off 1 counter in between to feint him down. So he is able to come out with a clutch, literally 1 HP, guys. 1 little smidge of health, and he is able to take that game with 2 Sky Attacks loaded. So incredible play with that energy there. He managed to get 2 Sky Attacks ready to go, and we unfortunately were not able to get a counter in between those 2 Sky Attacks. So very well played, Arrow, and let's jump into game number 2. So jumping into game number 2, we're going to be leading with our boy Medicham, and he leads with Lugia. So we're getting a little unfortunate with leads here. We're going to switch into our Dusclops, bait out his Steelix, and the thing is here is that if Clops has an energy lead, an energy advantage, it can do a lot of work to the counters to Clops, which is why I consider Clops one of the safest switch-ins in this cup, because it just has that coverage. It can hit the tanks with Fire Punch for super effective or neutral. If we're talking about Steelix, it is super effective, and Bastion it is it's definitely not resisted. It's neutral. But as you can see here, Crunch is going to apply shield pressure, but we also apply shield pressure with our own Fire Punch. And right here, I was trying to switch out into Medicham so we could preserve our Dusclops. We knew he'd bring in Lugia again. So we're like, you know what, we're going to try to make him bring out the Lugia now so that we can do a lot of damage with our Ice Punches. And we decided to let this go because we actually wanted him to just take us out. But yeah, he decides to go 2 Sky Attacks, so that's actually really good. He definitely doesn't want to get hit with those Ice Punches. And ideally here, we bring in our Dusclops, and then we hit 2 Shadow Punches back to back, which is 1 right there. And we are trying to get to a second one, but unfortunately we cannot. And we are even shields, but we have Bronzong, which means we are able to get a few confusions off. We don't block that, hoping it was a Sky Attack, and it was. And then he brings in the Medicham, which if this was the post buff Medicham, we definitely win this with a lot more HP than what we're currently going to take. So yeah, right here we're just over tapping, and we get taken out by the Medicham. I don't think we would have won that anyways. But yeah, GG's. If that was post power punch nerf, we definitely would have won that game, I think. But yeah, he's up 2-0 right now, with 2 very close games. But you know what? It's okay. This was earlier when I was running Bronzong still, and Bronzong in the Alola Marowak were my weak spots, actually. Weirdly enough, I don't like Alola Marowak. I don't like its matchups. I don't like that you have to rely on baits for it to win against a lot of the ghost types. I don't like taking that gamble. But anyways, here we're going to be opening up with not the worst matchup, Clops versus Steelix. This matchup could go either way depending on who shields what. If the Clops shields Crunches, then it can win, but he goes for Earthquake, weirdly enough, which is definitely not the right play there. He wants to go Crunch because it is super effective, and because of that, we have a good health lead against him. And he decides to go Earthquake again, which only actually does about half our health, or maybe even a little less. But we do get off this Fire Punch. We are lagging a little bit here, but that is okay. The show must continue here. And yeah, he actually gets the lag where it shows he doesn't shield, and he still has all of his Steelix health left. So that really put us in a bad spot there, because it didn't force him to use his shield or do damage, so that makes us lose switch advantage. So right here he brings in Lugia, and obviously usually if you're in this spot you want to just go straight up Ice Punch to at least try to get as much damage as possible. If you go for the bait, it could end up just not doing as great, because if they happen to not block the Power Punch but then block the Ice Punch, then you lost out on a lot of possible damage. So right here we're gonna block this, thinking maybe it's Hydro Pump, but he decides to bait us, and he bait us correctly. And then he brings in the Bronzong, which has a lot better of a matchup against Alola Marowak with that current quick move set he is running. So we're just gonna go for baits here. We get 1 shield, but he is going to get to that Bulldoze, and that's pretty much the end of this game here. Or no, he actually goes with the other move, with the shock, which actually was weird. But yeah, we actually we force a KO on each other. We both KO at the same time, and I'm not really sure how that happened. I thought he had enough energy on his Lugia, but I don't know. That was a really weird game. I thought his Bronzong had enough energy to faint my Cham, but I don't know. Maybe he overtapped or something. I don't even know how that happened, but yeah, we actually get a draw there for game number 3, which at least makes this set a little bit closer. I still have not been able to get a win yet against Arrow, but he is an extremely strong trainer. Alright guys, so for this last game here, I'm going to be leading with Alola Marowak, and he leads with Bastion. Another awful lead matchup for us. We're not getting very lucky here, guys, but we're going to switch into our Metacham, and we're hoping not a Lugia. So we don't get a Lugia, we actually get an opposing mirror match Cham. And you guys know the play here. Power up punch, ice punch, or triple power up punch and then 1 ice punch. It all depends on how you want to play it, but yeah, we obviously need to keep our shields here, knowing he has the Bastiodon. We have the Bronzong still to possibly come back in, and he's gonna actually decide to go for the ice punch a little early here. I was not expecting it, but it was a smart play because he knew I probably wasn't gonna shield. But anyways, we take that matchup really well, and now he brings in Lugia, which actually was really good for me. He switches immediately into the Bastiodon when I bring in Alola Marowak, and I immediately respond with the Bronzong switch. And so this is where this game went downhill, because I played this really dumb, guys. I decided to go for 2 shield baits instead of hitting him with the Bulldoze, because, well, he knows he had to preserve that shield for Lugia, right? Because I had the Alola Marowak in the back, and that Shadow Ball will pretty much one-shot. But in my head, I'm thinking, well, if this Bronzong is able to get through this Bastiodon, then it can do a ton of work against that Lugia, because we are resisting each other's quick moves, right? And Bronzong still puts a hurt on with its charge moves. So instead, I went for the shield baits with the Bronzong, and then this is where we lead off. This is where the scenario ends, and then he's gonna switch immediately into the Lugia. All we can do here is go for the bait and pray we get it, and also pray he doesn't get to a Hydro Pump by the time we get to a Shadow Ball, and unfortunately he does. So really terrible play by me there. I should have just went for the Bulldoze, and we most likely would have been able to win that match, because, well, Bronzong would have had plenty of HP to hurt that Lugia, to bring that Lugia down extremely low, so to where our Alola Marowak could probably just KO it with quick moves. But yeah, anyways, that wraps it up for the battles today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed those battles against Arrow, and again, he is a top 100 player, ranked ace, or was ace, but now it's a new season, so we're off to a fresh, brand new start. But he has a YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to show him some love, and also, if you guys are new here, please don't forget to smash that subscribe, smash that like, leave a comment, and hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you would like to, guys, my Twitch and my Twitter will be right down below in the description. If you guys would like to hit me up with a follow on those. I post my videos on Twitter. Whenever I want to live stream Pokemon Go PvP, I go to Twitch. So yeah, those are there if you guys would like to follow me. I appreciate you all very much for watching. Appreciate those battles, Arrow. You really you dominated me in that set, and I'll definitely be coming for my revenge on the next set we have. So very GG's. Appreciate the battles, and until the next video, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and until the next video, peace out.